Today on FSI, we are breaking down the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions from a betting perspective. We've done all the research for you. We reviewed the game tape and done the analytics so you can make an educated decision on the game. I'm your host, Tom Cross, and to my right is my analytics expert, Stephen Fu.
Thanks for tuning in this week. The Detroit Lions are on the road as a 6-point underdog. They're plus 220 on the money line, and the Packers are minus 260. Casinos open a line at minus 6 across most books. However, Treasure Island is the only place that has it at minus 5.5 points. The Detroit Lions gave up a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter, getting outscored by 21-0. Green Bay was in full control for basically the entire game, leading by 3 possessions throughout. I think the spread is a little low, so there might be some value for the Green Bay side. However, division games are always tough, so I wouldn't be surprised with an upset here.
Green Bay was really impressive against the Vikings, although the Vikings had basically an all-rookie secondary. The Lions did blow the game, but I do believe the spread is a little bit low, and the hype on the Packers will make the spread go up by game time.
Aaron Rodgers had a phenomenal season debut, finishing with the most passing touchdowns and second most yards. He had great accuracy at 72%, and what made it even more impressive is the volume he was throwing at.
Matthew Stafford was very inconsistent. He had some great throws, but he also had a lot of bad throws. He actually threw 4 interceptions that were dropped by the secondary, and then one was actually picked off on 3rd and 6, and he blew the game. He threw it right in between 2 defenders. That's not a good look, but on the bright side, he is getting back Kenny Golladay from injury. But overall, I gave him a D as a grade.
Green Bay offensive line gave up no sacks in week 1. That's very tough to do considering the amount of passing possessions they had. Something to keep an eye on though is the replacement of starting right guard Lane Taylor. He was carted off the field last game after sustaining a season-ending knee injury.
The Detroit Lions offensive line struggled. They had 4 holding calls on Sunday, and they also allowed 10 pressures out of 43 dropbacks. Overall, they're graded at a C- because they're a little bit below average. Now, the Packers defensive line really didn't do much. They only had 3 pressures or sacks out of 19 real dropbacks by Kirk Cousins. They did get a safety, and that was great. But overall, I gave them a C, and I need to see more. I really think this matchup is a draw. It's going to be interesting to see how Green Bay does against the Detroit Lions pass rush.
Packers have 3 great options at receiver. Davante Adams will be the premier weapon, but Valdez-Scantling and Lazard are capable number 2 options. The Lions secondary is quite vulnerable, so I don't think they can match up with Davante Adams. Newly signed Desmond Trufant is expected to play through a hamstring injury, so he will have Adams as his main assignment.
The Detroit Lions had a nice surprise. Tight end TJ Hockenson played, and he was very effective. He even caught a touchdown. Now, Marvin Jones was held in check. He had 4 catches for 55 yards, but Golladay didn't play in the game, so all the focus was on Jones. Now, Green Bay, they had a big interception before the half, and they were able to hold Kirk Cousins in check. They did give up some big plays while playing with the lead, but if Golladay does play, it's actually going to be a really good test for this Packers secondary, but I do give them a slight advantage.
Aaron Jones is the Packers' leading rusher, but they were effective running the sweep and stretch plays against the Week 1 matchup. They used a variety of receivers to pick up big yardage plays. The Lions ranked in the bottom 25th percentile in just about every statistical category, so this is not a good sign against a team that can pass and run the ball effectively. Green Bay will have multiple ways to operate their offense.
Surprisingly, Adrian Peterson had himself a day. He had a couple of runs that went over 10 yards, but overall, the Lions' run game is ineffective. They had 11 good plays out of 25, and they couldn't close it out being up 16. Now, the Packers' defensive line played the Vikings, who have a really good running attack. They weren't very good against the Vikings, but I do expect them to perform better against the Lions. Overall, I call this matchup a draw. It's going to be interesting to see if the Lions can run the ball against the Packers.
If you can get the Lions at +7, I think there's great value because neither team can play defense that well. The Packers are missing starting offensive linemen, and that position group is the most overlooked aspects of the game. Division games will always be a slugfest, so the Lions have a great chance to win this. The safe play for me will be Lions +7.
If you like the Packers, get it now and get it under 7 points. I do expect this to go up by game time. The Lions secondary is a lot better than the Vikings. The Vikings literally ran all rookies out there. Stafford is playing against a talented secondary in the Green Bay Packers. He had 5 mistakes against the Bears in week 1. So because of quarterback play, I do expect Stafford to make more mistakes than Rodgers. And I'm going to take the Packers money line, or I'll take it against the spread as long as I can get it under a touchdown. That's it for us. Do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Tell us who you're going to be taking in the comments below.
We don't care about favorite teams here. Our focus is on making you money. Follow our social media on Twitter, Instagram, or our website. The links are below.